Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing absolutely fine. So we are hardly any days away from the main release of Doctor Strange, and इतने सारे rumors already आ चुके हैं, and this is majorly because of a kind of a leak which happened of the end credit जो star cast होती है उसके हिसाब से. So let's start with the video. Alright, so all in all इस leak के बारे में अगर देखा जाए तो it is Doctor Strange himself is going to play three different characters, as you can see. It is the main Doctor Strange, then there is Doctor Strange Supreme, and then it is the Defender Strange, who could probably that evil one, and the Strange Supreme, who is going to be from What If. He is definitely there in the show, according to this list. If we go second, we have Wanda Maximoff, who is also playing obviously Scarlet Witch. Then we have America Chavez, who is going to be introduced, and her character is overall about balancing into realities, and she is kind of Cisco from Flash, if you see, kind of making kind of like a transition from one universe to another. This is her first appearance. Wong is obviously there. Carl would also be there. We have Sue Storm. We have Johnny Storm. Okay, so for sure we are getting, and the names are also Jessica Alba. So directly going back to Fantastic Four, but I kind of had thought that if Reed Richards is going to be coming back to MCU as Mr. Fantastic, then probably he might be played directly by John Krasinski, because there was a lot of rumors about he being casted as Mr. Fantastic, but that we don't see happening in this kind of leaked list, or this is going to probably be a fake list as well. But there are names like Chris Evans as Johnny Storm, so he would definitely not do that after playing Captain America, so this is probably fake. Then we have another Hypertron being played by Henry Cavill, or the old Daredevil played by Ben Affleck, which is definitely not happening. Then we have Logan, and Hugh Jackman is not definitely coming back playing as Wolverine, because in Logan we kind of have seen him die. But this is madness of multiverse, so they could also be there just like for a glimpse. I have a basic theory which I would tell you at the end of the video, where they could just star for a very quick moment. Then we have Jean Everyone from the X-Men family. We have Jean played by Sophie. We have Jennifer Lawrence again as Raven and Mystic. Then we have both Patrick Stewart as well as James McAvoy playing Professor X. And again, I kind of thought that they would definitely be there, but all in all, I'm not able to see Magneto's name. So is Fassbender and Eric not there in this probable sequel? Because we see Storm, we see Hank, and that is played by Nicholas Hoult. So we do see a lot of recurring names, but where is Magneto? If they are returning, they should bring him back as well. So I'm not able to see him, but as further we go ahead with the list, Vision, then we are, and an amazing thing again, if this is true, if this should really be true, because I love Aaron Taylor Johnson, and if he is returning, because there was a theory which was kind of made between the Peter which we saw in WandaVision. He just tells him that he's an actor, and he could probably have just lied the way that he lied in X-Men, where he was about to tell Magneto that he was his real son, or he was his real father, or the other way around. So he could have just lied to Wanda, and he could actually be a kind of a variant of Pietro, who is her real brother. And we get to see both of their names, Ivan Peters as well as Aaron Taylor Johnson. Then we have Vision, we have Agatha, then we have directly her kids as well, which would be obviously returning, and then we are returning to some Spider-Man cameos. So this is again not that kind of amazing, but at the same time we just had Spider-Man. So like returning of Tom Holland to again multiverse is understandable, because they are in the same city-ish country, we could say, being at the same time. Then but at the same time we are able to see that apart from if there is a Tom, there is no Zendaya, because we see Peter Parker played by Tom Holland, and then there is a Gwen Stacy who is played by Sabrina there is no Zendaya, there is no MJ in this universe, which they are kind of returning. But there are other Tom, or like other Spider-Mans being played by Andrew and Toby, and the biggest name is Leonardo DiCaprio. So I can't even see how he would have agreed. But if there is a kind of a glimpse sequence, as I'm telling you my theory, where I could think about how he could be one of the Spider-Man, because initially he was going to be the main Spider-Man, the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, which was kind of coming out. He was kind of being casted as the original role, and then we finally have Tony Stark played by Tom Cruise, which is altogether different. And at the end, we have Hulk, who is obviously played by Lou, as well as played by Edward Norton. So they are kind of bringing that back Starcast, old Starcast back. And finally, we have Blade. So all in all, what my theory is that we could be having a kind of like the way that Strange was kind of disappearing and coming from different universes. If we kind of call it that as a mirror dimension, or if you have seen one of the latest Spider-Man trailers where he was kind of traveling through rings, if he's just, or even if in What If, what was happening, if there was a Watcher character, I would have loved to see a Watcher cameo in this, because he is technically maintaining that reality, maintaining that multiverse. So I'm surprised to see, if this is a fake list, so I'm surprised to see that there are these bunch of character, but there is no Watcher's name which is being there. So that is definitely kind of not fitting, not fitting in the entire puzzle. But there was this scene where he was like, when Watcher was directly fighting with Ultron. So if you have not seen What If, the scene was there where Ultron becomes the Thanos in that universe. So we have this amazing fight where the Ultron is battling against all the multiversal Avengers kind of thing. So, and the Watcher is the main who is fighting him, and then we have a scene where they kind of branch through different universes, through different multiverses, and like while they are fighting. And so this could probably, what my theory is, that they could have just been glimpsing from one universe to another, that Strange is traveling over here, he's kind of seeing Storm, then he's traveling towards the Fantastic Four legacy, then he's suddenly traveling to a different universe where Edward Norton is kind of Hulk. They could be having just glimpse of roles. But all of these big characters just agreeing to be a part of only 1 to 2 second, how much they would have charged them, but it would be amazing to see all of these characters. So ये मेरी खाली basic theory है कि like he's being transported from one universe to another, and he just seeing different people from different franchises, from different production houses, being their own characters. और ये एक थियरी है, एंड दूसरी थियरी जो है दैट इट कुड ऑलटुगेदरली बी द रियल Wanda Maximoff, like Wanda turning her evil side of the Scarlet Witch and trying to be that person who she is, where she kind of erases all the mutants. So Charles Xavier versus and his all mutants versus Wanda could also be another different altogether storyline, where she could just rewrite, because this happens in the comics. There is an entire storyline जहाँ पे Wanda rewrites the memory, where she says kind of no more mutants, and after that they kind of change the entire reality. So that could be a part where we get to see all the dead characters back, as similarly the way that they did in the Days of Future Past, where all the characters were back, including Jean, the way that she died, not the Sophie one, the other one. And this was a kind of the part of the second theory. So all in all, this is just a leak. It could not be confirmed by anyone that it could be real, because so many characters, so many big stars in one movie. On one hand, we can definitely see that it could be just for money. If it is even real, Marvel would have made this thing only to bunch more monies, because now Spider-Man was a biggest hit of the 2021, and they could be probably preparing for box office, or otherwise they are just creating a biggest hype. So do let me know what your thoughts and theories are, and what your thoughts are about this leak in the comments below. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and we'll meet you in the next video.